Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching me from. You're welcome to my channel. This is Health View or Word for Word Talk, depending on where you're watching it from. I hope you had a wonderful day or you're having a wonderful day or evening. I just wanted to share this with you. It's a story that really touched my heart, and I'm just thinking, oh my word, how is the mother feeling? It's an American soldier who was serving in South Korea. Okay, he had issues that he was put in detention in South Korea for 47 days. The soldier was released, from that detention, and he actually fled into North Korea. But this is how it happened. After serving the detention for 47 days, he was taken to the airport. This was after observation. They have observed him for about a week. The U.S. military base, they have observed him, and they found out that okay, he was fine. There was no need for alarm or whatever. They escorted him, those responsible to take people to the airport. They escorted him to the airport so that he can get a return flight to Bliss, Texas, United States of America, where we have to face some disciplinary action. What happened? How did he get to that extent where they have to now take him to the airport for him to maybe get to the US and he will be discharged, What did he do? What led to him be in detention for 47 days? Let's dig into that. He was detained due to altercation with the locals, according to a U.S. officials, in South Korea. So he had altercation with them, and this led to him being arrested and put in detention for 47 days, according to the media, South Korea media reports. His name is Travis King. They say he allegedly punched somebody in the face, punched someone in the face repeatedly while drinking in a club in South Korea last October. That's when that happened. I'm sorry, last September. He also was alleged to kick and broke the door of a police patrol car sent to the scene, where he was assaulting somebody in Seoul. That was October. So they had one in September, one in October. What I wasn't actually sure of was the police car sent to him, was it for the September case or was it for the October case? I mean, they said this was in October where he kicked the police patrol car that was sent to pick him, to arrest him or whatever, due to an assault scene in October. That was okay. So we have that. We have the one in September. You have one in October, according to South Korea media. Okay. So he was released from detention facility on July 10th, according to the Associated Press, serving in that area. Okay, so he was released on the 10th of July. And he was escorted to the airport so that he can come back home. Well, let me go back a little bit. Let's talk about how he got there, how he got to South Korea, what he has achieved so far as a military man. He's a 23-year-old. He has been a cavalry scout in the US in 2021. He has received 3 medals while serving in US military. Okay, National Defense Service Medal, Korean Defense Service Medal, and Overseas Service Ribbon that they give to those who serve abroad, so especially South Korea. This is a common medal for American service member in Korea. So he's received all of that just, I mean, over time, okay? So we're told that 2 US officials who spoke to ABC that Kings was placed under observation for about a week at a military base in South Korea. After the detention, they wanted to be sure he was in his right mind. They wanted to be sure that, I mean, perhaps spending that time in detention didn't affect him in any way, okay? So after the observation, they realized it was okay, you know? It was all right. So he completed the out processing from facility on the 17th of July. So after the completion, they decided, okay, he was escorted to the by US military officials to South Korea Incheon International Airport, as they would normally do, but they couldn't go with him past the custom, the custom checking point. They just believed he was going to go home. He was going to go home. Okay, I'll talk about that. What I think made him to make that choice, which wasn't the best choice, I think, okay? They just believed he was going to go home, right? He was going to go home and he has his ticket. Then whatever happened when he get home, that would be a different thing completely. But he didn't go home. He didn't go home. Perhaps he didn't want to face what was awaiting him in Texas, because he would be facing military disciplinary action, yeah, and he didn't want to go through that. So he bought a ticket and went with this escort that normally would go on the South Korea side, they kind of look around the border area, people that love to just see how it's like. He bought a ticket. The demilitarized zone, heavily militarized border that separate North Korea and South Korea, DMZ. They are not sure when he bought his ticket for the tour. So he got his ticket for the tour. Nobody knew exactly when he did that. But I believe with time, they will know. They'll find out how he got there. So when he got to the place, while others just stay in the South Korea section because you don't want to cross into North Korea. But he actually, as I found out, was that he actually went into the South Korea section and kind of like, hey, like giggling about it or laughing, whatever. And it's so heartbreaking because the mom I don't even know what she's thinking at this moment. She needs prayer. So if you know how to pray through Jesus, please pray for him, pray for her rather, and pray for him too. He needs prayer because I don't think he knew what he was doing. I really don't think he understood. I don't think he understood where the danger or the situation he's putting himself into. Perhaps he thought North Korea is not that bad. Maybe they are just like South Korea. But as a military person, they would have told them many times, be careful. He would have known, don't play over there, the president is briefed about it. President Biden is briefed about it. The U.S. Department of Defense and U.S. Department of State, they're working closely with United Nations to get more information and hopefully be able to resolve this situation and bring him back home healthy and well. I have a video I'm going to share with you, and I want you to just listen to it and let me know what you think about this video. And let's see together what your thoughts are regarding this video. Perhaps this video will bless your heart and you'll be able to say, okay, this is exactly what I think about it. He shouldn't have done it. Yes, he wanted to run away. He didn't want to come to the US to be disciplined. Perhaps he feared the discipline, and perhaps he he didn't know how to face his family or friends, because I believe what they said was they was going to be discharged. I don't know whether it was honorable discharge or whatever else discharge. Yeah, and he didn't want to take that, go there. Or he thought maybe when he get to the United States, he might be disciplined again or put in jail or whatever. I don't know. I don't know exactly what he was thinking. And he felt going to North Korea was better than commit to his own country and being disciplined there, if ever. You know that even if he was disciplined in his country, it would not be as bad because of history with North Korea. And North Korea and America, they are not in that friendly place at all. So that is another problem. If he was in the US, then his family can go see him, yeah? They can go see him, they could go spend the visit. But now he's going to be alone. We don't know if it's going to be, I don't know, I don't even want to speculate. Because with the past, what has happened in the past, you think, okay, some of them, they get tortured, some of them, they go through stuff. But we don't know, he might be different. You know, he might be different. Because he just wandered into that place, maybe for seeking asylum or refuge or something. Anyway, just look at the video, watch it, and let me know what you think. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Click the notification button so that when next we are on, you will be notified. Thank you for joining me today. You have a blessed and a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
We're learning more about what happened right before he ran across the border. Chief Global Affairs anchor Martha Raddatz is live in Seoul, South Korea with the latest. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, George. The big question, why in the world would an American soldier flee to North Korea? We do know he had been in trouble with the law here in South Korea and with the Army, but he is in a whole lot more trouble now. This morning, a 23-year-old U.S. soldier in the hands of the North Koreans after officials say he intentionally and inexplicably bolted across the border at the DMZ, the heavily fortified demilitarized zone that separates North and South Korea.
We're closely monitoring and investigating the situation. I'm absolutely foremost concerned about the welfare of our troops.
The soldier, Army Private Travis King, was supposed to be on a flight back to Fort Bliss in Texas, where he was facing discharge from the Army after serving 47 days in a South Korean jail following an altercation with local citizens. Officials say that a military escort dropped King off at the airport in Seoul, but instead of boarding his flight, he left the airport and headed to the DMZ, where he joined a tour group before reportedly laughing and then dashing across the dividing line into the north.
I noticed a guy dressed in black, running what looked like full gas towards the North Korean side. Everybody was stunned and shocked.
Reached by phone, Travis's mother telling ABC News she last heard from Travis a few days ago, adding, "I can't see Travis doing anything like that."
No one has any idea, I think, really why he chose what he chose to do.
This incident coming as a massive U.S. nuclear ballistic missile submarine arrived in South Korea for the first time in more than 40 years, a show of force met by the launch of 2 North Korean short-range ballistic missiles a short time later.
I'm concerned about the potential geopolitical implications as North Korea now has a U.S. soldier, and we're going to have to figure out how to negotiate to get him back.
And while it is unclear exactly where Travis King is now being held, detention in North Korea has a frightening history. In 2016, Otto Warmbier, an American student, was imprisoned in North Korea, accused of trying to steal a propaganda poster from a restricted area. He was flown back to the U.S. after 17 months of detention in a coma and died a week later. As for Travis King, while his whereabouts are not certain, a U.S. official telling me this morning that once he crossed into North Korea, he was taken away in a van and they believe taken to North Korea's capital city, Pyongyang. George?
Such a strange story. Okay, Martha, thanks very much.